I'm the nature hacker, and this is your world. So, I found some bombshell news. I'm basically breaking some bombshell news, and that news is that tooth fillings, those white tooth fillings, the alternative to the mercury fillings, those are actually made out of BPA, bisphenol A, the estrogen mimicker that is implicated in many problems, especially including things like gynecomastia, which is enlargement of the male breasts, and um, things like feminine cancers and things like that. So anything that's from excess estrogen can and probably is caused by BPA. So there's BPA, sure, in consumer products and things like that, but those can pretty much be eliminated, and I've pretty much eliminated those from my diet and things like that. But the issue is that everybody still seems to be BPA toxic. Gynecomastia is common now. It's probably just as common for men to have feminized breasts as men to have a flat chest. So it's a very, very common, very destructive thing. And obviously feminine cancers, breast cancers, uterine cancers, endometriosis, so many of these things. So it's a huge problem, and it doesn't seem like we can just avoid BPA in foods and get better. So I've been doing a lot of alternative energy research, trying to make a graphene paint, basically, to make a super cheap battery, a super cheap, open source battery. So I've been working really hard on it, and I've been kind of hitting walls, but in one of my experiments was epoxy with graphene, and epoxy is that super strong glue adhesive, that people love for its strength, and so I used that and stuff, and I was looking into it, and it turns out that there's that epoxy is actually made out of BPA. So I was like, whoa, epoxy's made out of BPA. It's like not just like traces of BPA in it, it's like actually composed of it. That's like its ingredient is BPA, okay? So I was like, wow, that's insane. I should probably try to stay away from epoxy in my inventions, So a day goes by or so, and I wake up in the morning, and you have REM sleep in the morning, and then when you come out of REM sleep, your frontal lobe, the part of your brain that makes connections and stuff, is re-energized because your frontal lobe rests in REM sleep and it regenerates. So right when I woke up out of REM sleep, it's not that I was dreaming about this or anything, but it just came to my mind, what if tooth fillings are made out of epoxy, right? Because it's that the white filling, the alternative to mercury fillings, what if it's made out of epoxy? Because that would make sense, right? Because epoxy is the strongest thing that you could use, right? So it's like, that would be really bad. It's like, the alternatives would be mercury release, where you have mercury in your mouth and you're getting constantly mercury poisoned, or you have BPA in your mouth and you're getting constantly BPA poisoned, right? So those would be the alternatives, and that makes perfect sense. It's like, from a eugenic standpoint, how can we destroy the population the most? Well, we put things in their mouth that constantly leach. The mouth is going to leach more than, you could put an implant anywhere, and the mouth would be the best because you have all, the saliva coming and dissolving things, and you're putting acidic things in your mouth. The pH is less regulated than anywhere else in your body. So that would be the perfect place to put destroying toxins, right? And so it only makes sense that you can choose between, you pick your poison, right? You pick either BPA or mercury. So I did some research, and turns out, those fillings are made out of epoxy. They are literally explicitly made out of BPA. So you can look that up, and I'll put links in the description. And I do want you to share this, please do. And if my appearance, if you're self-conscious of my appearance or my production quality or whatever, at least share the article that I wrote on my website. So I'm going to link to that. So please share that on social media, whatever your platform is, because we need to get this out that we are being chronically BPA poisoned, okay, in our mouths, and that replacing mercury fillings with, these, they're called composite, resin fillings, that's not safe. And there is one alternative that's safe, and that's called a ceramic or a porcelain filling. And I don't even know if they use these, if they can do fillings. They usually do like crowns and stuff with them. But I mean, I would just ask for it anyway. You know, if you're gonna replace your filling, you know, you have to get either pull the tooth out, either drill the filling out and don't do anything and use my product called teeth, which remineralizes, or get a porcelain / ceramic replacement filling. Okay, and yeah, so that's your only option that's safe. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. We're chronically being BPA poisoned, and you know, if you can't for some reason get it out, or you know, you just want to do some countermeasures right now, get a product called inositol. Inositol, it's like a sugar-like powder, and that that is, well, what happens is your body uses something called glucuronic acid to detoxify excess hormones and, you know, artificial hormones like BPA. So you need to get inositol, and you know, even better is glucuronic acid, because that's the actual thing that detoxifies. But inositol is a pretty easy precursor for your body to make glucuronic acid out of it. So you know, if you take a gram, 2 grams of inositol a day, that should really help to get the BPA detox pathway alive and kicking. So thanks for watching. Please share. I am the Nature Hacker. Do work.